Hi everyone, Team Dose Alliance 671 coming at you with a new deck profile. This will be an update for my Blue Eyes White Dragon deck profile. So as always, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell and be a part of the notification squad. It's Tongue Twister, and without further ado guys, let's get started. So as you might see in the title, I did top with this deck, 4th place. It was only 6 players, but nonetheless I made it to the top. This deck was able to contend with Kashtira in one matchup, and even Manadium in another matchup, if that's how you say the name. So anyways guys, let's get straight into this. So first off, we're going to be playing 3 copies of Blue Eyes White Dragon, the legend, alongside his brother, the Red Eyes Black Dragon. I do remember those requests for the Red Eyes tutorial for the Dragon Link version. So please bear with me guys. I am working and doing a lot of errands in between, but I assure you I will get it done. And also I want to ensure that combos I teach you work as effectively as possible. So stand by for that one. So let's go ahead and continue. So for the next monster lineup, we also run only 2 copies of Alternative White Dragon because he is easy to summon and he's easy to search, no more than 2. I did play 3 before. It was nice to see him a lot, but I just prefer 2. So to continue the Blue Eyes lineup, we also run 2 copies of Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. This card saved me so much today because Kashtira, you have to confront the Rise Heart, but as long as you could special summon this from your hand, and which you could use his ability during the damage step to bounce 1 card in the field, which you could target the Rise Heart and return it to the deck. It throws him off guard and it really helps synergize the deck. So to continue the Blue Eyes lineup, let me set these guys aside. We also run 1 copy of the Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon. So Abyss Dragon, he's pretty much another target for Whitestone of Ancients, or another target for Sage, because when he's special summoned in any way, you can add a ritual spell or polymerization. For this version, we're not playing the Chaos Mech, so we're just searching polymerization. And on end phase, you'll normally want to grab your Jet Dragon or your Chaos Dragon Levianeer, in which I do play 1 copy because he's easily searchable via Abyss Dragon, via Melody of Awakening Dragon. I did think of playing Chaos Space in here, but I feel like for this version of the deck, the Dragon Link engine's not really necessary, in my opinion. But you could try out the Dragon Link engine if you want. Each Blue Eyes player is different. There are crazier builds in this one. But for this variant, I'm mainly focusing on the Control variant. Very light Control variant. And so far, it did take me to the top. So, if I may say so myself. So to continue the Dragon lineup, we play Whitestone of Legend. I still like playing the 1 because it helps you search for the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Without a doubt, Blue Eyes White Dragon is the focus on the deck, and it procs off so many abilities such as your Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon. And I heard you guys for the tutorial, the last time I did Blue Eyes White Dragon deck tutorial, and I do apologize for that mishap, but yes. In order to activate Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon's abilities, you need to have Blue Eyes White Dragon in your field or graveyard. So I'll go and post another deck tutorial for that, so I could keep you guys up to date on the correct moves. So to continue, 2 copies of Whitestone of Ancients. If this is in the graveyard during the end phase, you could bust out a Blue Eyes from your deck. Simple as that. You could bust out your Jet Dragon, you could bust out your Abyss Dragon, all those beautiful plays. And also you could banish this to Warrior, returning alive any Blue Eyes monster from your graveyard to your hand. Excellent card, and he's a tuner, so it's a bonus. And then to continue with the light monster lineup, we play 3 copies of Sage of Eyes of Blue. Undoubtedly the Straddles of the deck, because it's still good to cool, it's still cool to search for your Whitestone of Ancients. It's still good to search your Whitestone of Legend, and it's especially nice to search for your 2 copies of Effect Veiler. I do see people playing this at 1, but I like playing 2 because I do like searching for him or for her. Him, her, however you guys prefer. We've yet to confirm that. But I do prefer this one because I do like searching for him, but her sorry, I'm tired. I do like searching for this card because you get to set up your field, and this is good against Kashtira. Really throws them off guard. And for some odd reason, I just like seeing this more often. So I think 2 is the magic number for Effect Veiler. So yes, 2 copies of Effect Veiler, and if you draw both of them, that's fine, because you could just activate both of them on the same turn. It's not once per turn. And then that'll be it for the the light monsters. For the darks, we play 2 copies of Dictator D. Anyways, Dictator Dragon pretty much lets you control the battle phase via Y is the Dictator. So if the opponent tries to attack any of your monsters while you control a Blue Eyes monster, you could choose the attack target. So let's say they're attacking with a smaller monster, you can have Dictator, redirect that attack to your Blue Eyes, and then boom, yeah, Dictator Dragon. And he could special summon himself by setting a Blue Eyes from your hand or deck to the graveyard, and that's cost. So that's a really good effect to just get Blue Eyes in your graveyard. So even though they negated, he's a walking Foolish Burial for Blue Eyes. So he's really good, and he saved me so many games when I was in the grind. Yeah, this deck can grind too. So don't forget that. So to continue, we'll go to the spells. 3 copies of the Melody of the Awakening Dragon. We're making good time, guys. So let me go and make this brief for you. This is the Searcher. You discard a card as cost, and then add up to 2 dragon monsters with Blue Eye stats, basically. More than 3,000 attack, or equal to, or less than 2,500 defense, or equal to. So yeah, if they match the strength of Blue Eyes, you can search for them, basically. It will be Chaos Dragon Levianeer, your Jet Dragon, your what is it called, alternative White Dragon, and your Blue Eyes White Dragon, of course. Cannot search Abyss Dragon because his attack is 25, but you don't need to do that. You want to special summon him from the deck. Okay, so to continue, 3 copies of Trade-In. As you guys might know, I hollowed out this deck thanks to my friends. Special shout out to you guys. Special shout out to Dean. Special shout out to Miguel. And special shout out to Daddy Shark. Thank you for helping me hollow out this deck, guys. I'll go ahead and recommend your channel on my link. So yes, I'm not the only one in Team Duelist Alliance, guys. There are many more out there. That's why this channel's the team. Okay, so 3 copies of Duality. Now this card, this is the new kid in the block, and it's helped me so many games. I'll show you what I summoned with this one. For those who may not know about this card, here's what it does. Tribute 1 light or dark monster. You special summon 1 light or dark monster from your hand or extra deck with the same original type and level as that monster, but it has to be a different attribute, whether it be light or dark. So it's kind of like a Chaos Space effect with that principle. So basically, for example, if I tribute Chaos Dragon Levianeer, I could special summon Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's how I use Duality. And just like Chaos Space, it does have an effect where it could banish itself, target 1 light and 1 dark monster in your graveyard, shuffle them to the deck, and then you draw a card. So it's kind of a new Chaos Space in a way. I like it though. So 3 copies of Duality. 1 copy of Dragon Shrine, because it's dragons. Pretty much a free Foolish Burial. If you send Blue Eyes, then you can send another dragon. Yeah. I was playing Foolish Burial, but this is the best one, honestly, for dragons. So to continue the spell lineup, we also run 1 copy of Monster Reborn, because why not? 1 copy of 1 for 1, because why not? You want to bust out those stones, you want to bust out the sometimes the sage, but mostly the stones. So you could bring out your tuners and go for game, or just search or search your Blue Eyes or bust out your Blue Eyes from the deck by special summoning. So yeah, 1 copy of that. 1 copy of Polymerization. the Lost Art too. And Beauty. 1 copy of Ultimate Fusion, because you get to fuse for your Blue Eyes monsters from your hand, field, or graveyard. And if you fuse a Blue Eyes White Dragon on your field, you get to pop 1 card on the field, 1 face-up card. Or if you get to fuse all 3 Blue Eyes on the field, you get to destroy 3. Or just 2, you get to destroy 2, vice versa. This card is really cool and easily searchable in this deck via True Light and Bingo Machine Go. This one, Bingo Machine Go. Kind of like Pantheism of the Monarchs for Blue Eyes. You get to activate this, show your opponent 3 Blue Eyes monsters or spell trap that mentions Blue Eyes White Dragon or Blue Eyes the Ultimate Dragon. And unlike Pantheism though, the opponent has to choose at random. But yeah, that's all it does. And you can only activate one each turn, so you just might as well just play 1. So that'll be it for the spell lineup. To continue with the trap lineup, we actually ran quite a few hand traps. Quite a few traps. 1 copy of the Ultimate Creature of Destruction. All you gotta know is that this card targets a Blue Eyes monster you control, turns it to God mode basically, meaning unaffected by card effects. And when he battles a monster, it is destroyed at the end of the damage step. Also, your Blue Eyes monster cannot be destroyed by battle. But it only lasts 1 turn. But another interesting part about this card is if you summon Blue Eyes White Dragon, like your Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon, you can reset it from the graveyard, but it's banished. But it's okay. Sometimes you even want to just use your Tyrant Dragon to reset it. So 1 copy of Ultimate Creature. 1 copy of the True Light. I still like playing this because it's pretty much Eternal Soul for Blue Eyes. But honestly, I feel Blue Eyes can handle their Eternal Soul much better. Because even though it blows up your Blue Eyes if it gets destroyed and sent to the spell and trap, if it's sent from the spell and traps, if this is sent from the spell and trap zone to the graveyard, and it blows up your monsters, you could just activate Jet Dragon and special summon Jet Dragon. So I think Blue Eyes can handle their own Eternal Soul better. So what this fully does is, for the newcomers, your Blue Eyes White Dragons can be targeted on your monster zones with card effects, which is really cool. It turns them all to Obelisk the Tormentor, because Kaiba loves Obelisk. And then it could also special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand or graveyard. Or you could also use the effect to set 1 spell and trap that mentions either Blue Eyes White Dragon or Blue Eyes the Ultimate Dragon. Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon is what it's called basically, but yes. It sets your Bingo Machine Go, it sets your Ultimate Fusion. And if you like the Chaos Max version, it also sets your Chaos Max. So excellent card. And then next for the trap lineup, these. Skill Drain. So there's a prediction, I'm not sure if the ban list might hit eventually and I'm right or wrong, but there's a prediction that this might go at 1. So I would say just play this while you can. Skill Drain is really good in this format. It stops so many decks. I was able to slow down Infernal Knight deck where we had to go game 3. And also I was able to contend with Evil Twins. Still a very good deck. I just had to think smart. So Skill Drain is a really good trap card right now, and I highly recommend it alongside Solemn Judgment. Sorry. So this one's just to back up your Skill Drain and your True Light, so you don't want to, so your opponent doesn't pop it. I was able to negate a popper to protect my Skill Drain, and it did work out. Because Skill Drain does also shut down your Blue Eyes monsters effects. But since you're playing cards like True Light and all, and Duality, you don't really have to worry as much. Your Blue Eyes are 3,000, and if the opponent's monsters lose their abilities, they will have a hard time. So yeah. That'll be it for the trap lineup, and then we are actually making really good time, guys. So let's go ahead and just show you the extra deck. Some are the same, some are unique. So 1 copy of the Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, because Graveyard Negate is pretty good. The Bottleneck Floodgate, where the opponent can only special summon, or neither player can special summon 2 or more monsters, meaning if you're going to summon a monster, you can only summon, if you're going to special summon a monster, that is, you can only special summon 1 at a time. Like, special summoning 3 at the same time can't do it, or 2. So it's kind of a bottleneck floodgate, but you're mainly using it to tag out into your light dragon synchro monsters from your extra deck by attributing that one. So your targets for that one will be Azurai Silver Dragon. So when you special summon, all your dragons can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects until what is it called? Until the end of the next turn. There you go. So 1 copy of that, and he resurrects a normal monster from your graveyard during your standby phase. That does rarely come up, but when it does, it's rewarding. So 1 copy of him. And then the other one you tag out into was Stardust Spark. He has an ability where he could target 1 card on face of card in the field cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. So it could protect itself if you bust it out with Spirit Dragon, because Spirit Dragon does destroy the monster at the end phase. But with these 2, they don't care, because he could save himself and he could save himself from that effect. So you're fine. Okay, so that'll be it for the Lights Dragon Synchro package. And then the one we bust out with Duality is Hollow Dragon Archfiend Abyss. So if you bust out Spirit Dragon or Azurize, you can use Duality, this card here, to tribute this one to special summon Hollow Dragon Archfiend Abyss from your deck. I was able to do that in one of my games, and it was incredible. I was able to keep up with their effects. So, Hollow Dragon Archfiend Abyss. And then that'll be it for the Synchro lineup. To continue, we also play for the Link lineup Erratic Seal, the Super Dragon Balls, because it's non-targeting bounce. And you can special summon a free dragon from your deck if it's tributed in any way. Then 1 copy of Link Repo, because, so many level 1s in here, you might as well, and it helps protect your monsters. Excuse me. And it helps sets up the Duality, so you have a light and dark monster in your graveyard for the second effect. Then Relinquish Anima, because we love just messing the opponent and taking their strongest monster. So Relinquish Anima if Anima points to them. Okay, and that'll be it for the Link lineup, actually. A very simple Link lineup. These aren't really Dragon Links, so we're just going for the control variant. There is a Dragon Link variant of Blue Eyes I did see, but I'm mainly just focusing on the control aspect of the deck, which is why I'm not really running the tuners like Revolution Synchron or 100 apples. The Dragon Guardian and the 100 apples, yeah. I will try that out one day, but for now I like the control variant. So let's see. 1 copy of number 100 Numeran Dragon, because it's the LTK piece with number 97 Drag Glubion, and also the other piece for this is number 38 Hope Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy. The Titanic. And then 1 copy of the Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord. Shout out to the Galactic Emperor, you know who you are. Number 90, Monster Negate. If you're just really worried about the Nibiru, then just park that out before you go on the 5th summon. And then to continue, another target for Duality for the Fusion lineup, Borlo Furious Dragon. Excellent card. I highly recommend. So you tribute Blue Eyes White Dragon with Duality, and then you bust this out. And he's pretty much a DPE, but only for monsters. Target 1 monster you control, 1 monster, and 1 card the opponent controls. I'm sorry. So you have to target a monster you control and 1 card the opponent controls. Destroy them both, and it's a quick effect. So he's kind of a DP minus the resurrection effect. So to continue, 1 copy of Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon, because he's pretty much the borrowing of this deck. You can attack all the opponent's monsters, and then during the damage step, you can target 1 trap card in your graveyard, set it in your spell and trap zone. So it's cool because you could reset your ultimate creature if it's in there. If they shot your skill drainers, you could reset it. If they activate Solemn Judgment, you could reset it. And Solemn Judgment's always live in this deck because you can always pay half your life points. And if they destroyed your True Light, you could reset it. So he's a reset for your trap card pieces. Also 1 copy of Twin Burst Dragon because he cannot be destroyed by battle, and he banishes anything he battles in the end of the damage step, which is really good, and he could attack 2 monsters. That's what he basically is. And then the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, alternative Ultimate Dragon that is. This bad boy cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects, and he could destroy 1 card in the field. However, if he used Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon as one of his materials, he could destroy 3 instead. So that's really gnarly, bro. I'm just kidding. So that'll be it for the fusion lineup. So I'll go and show you the my side really quick in case you're wondering where my other trap cards are if I'm playing this version of the deck. So I'll show you. 2 copies of Evenly Matched. This helped me against Infernal Knights and helped me against a lot of matchups. And you could set it again with Tyrant Dragon, but yeah, here's that. Deep Barrier. For Kashtiras, for Sword Souls, you name it. This card is very prominent right now. I might bump this up to 3 next time, but two copies of Triple Tactics. I did draw 1 game, and it helps me search or set the cards we need, like Deep Barrier or Melody of Awakening Dragons. So I take it back. I'll just play 2. 2 is a good number. 2 copies of Book of Eclipse, because you just want a Book of Moondia monsters. Opponent controls without having to target them. And yeah, so I'll go also play 2 copies of Nibiru against those like heavy spam decks like Dragon Links. You could just drop this at the right time, or even Kashtira. So Nibiru is really good this format. Ash Blossom, I resorted to only siding into this only because like there's a lot of decks that could power through Ash, and I'd rather just negate the effects that activate on the field, like with Sword Souls. So yeah, 2 copies of Ash, in my opinion, on the side. And then last but not least, we run 3 copies of Ghost Sister. So when we're in a time crunch, you could just drop this when they attempt to activate effective special summon, and you gain life points. And if you're dealing with a heavy OTK deck, this helps a lot. So yeah, that's how I see it for this deck. For this side deck, that is. So yes, guys, that is it for the deck profile. I really hope you enjoyed this one. I managed to top with this. I really didn't think I could do it, but I did. And I thank my friends for helping me test this deck. So as always, guys, thank you for all your support. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, and be a part of the notification squad. And I'll catch you up with the tutorials for both this deck and the Red Eyes deck. So thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. See you later, guys.